have a new car.
Or,
I've got a new car.
Sue has long hair.
Or,
Sue has got long hair.
do they have any children?
Or,
Have they got any children?
Tom doesn't have a job.
Or,
Tom hasn't got a job.
how much time do you have?
Or,
How much time have you got?
I have a headache.
Or,
I've got a headache.
do you have a cold?
Or,
Have you got a cold?
when I first met Sue, she had short hair.
He didn't have any money because he didn't have a job.
Did you have enough time to do everything you wanted? Where's Lisa?
She's having lunch. I don't usually have breakfast.
I had 3 cups of coffee this morning. Have a biscuit.
Oh, thank you.
I had a shower this morning.
We're having a party next week. You must come.
Enjoy your holiday. Have a nice time.
Did you have a good time in Tokyo?
Sandra has just had a baby.
Can I have a look at your magazine?
I have a new shower. It's very good.
Or,
I've got a new shower. It's very good.
I have a shower every morning.
Where's Paul?
He's having a shower.
I know Tom. Tom knows me.
We know Tom. Tom knows us.
You know Tom. Tom knows you.
He knows Tom. Tom knows him.
She knows Tom. Tom knows her.
They know Tom. Tom knows them. It's nice. I like it.
They're nice. I like them.
I don't want this book. You can have it.
I don't want these books. You can have them.
Kate never drinks milk. She doesn't like it.
I never go to parties. I don't like them. This letter isn't for me. It's for you.
Who is that woman? Why are you looking at her?
We're going to the cinema. Do you want to come with us?
Sue and Kevin are going to the cinema. Do you want to go with them? Where's the newspaper?
You're sitting on it. I want that book. Please give me.
Robert needs these books. Can you give them to him, please? My umbrella.
Our umbrella.
Your umbrella.
His umbrella. Her umbrella. Their umbrella. I like my house.
We
like our house. You like your house.
He likes his house.
She likes her house.
They like their house. Her car. Her husband. Her children. His bike. His sister. His parents. Their son. Their daughter. Their children. Oxford is famous for its university.
I like Oxford. It's a nice place.
Mine.
Ours.
Yours. His.
Hers. Theirs.
It's my money. It's mine.
It's our money. It's ours.
It's your money. It's yours. It's his money. It's his.
It's her money. It's hers. It's their money. It's theirs.
My hands are cold.
Is this your book?
Helen gave me her umbrella.
It's their problem, not our problem.
Is this book mine or yours?
I didn't have an umbrella, so Sarah gave me hers.
It's their problem, not ours.
We went in our car and they went in theirs. Is this his camera or hers?
It's his.
I went out to meet a friend of mine.
Tom was in the restaurant with a friend of his.
Are those people friends of yours? Whose phone is this? Whose money is this?
It's mine.
Whose is this?
It's mine. Whose shoes are these?
They're John's.
Whose are these?
They're John's.
I can see him, but he can't see me.
You give me your number and I'll give you mine.
I know Tom. Tom knows me. It's my car. It's mine.
We know Tom. Tom knows us. It's our car. It's ours.
You know Tom. Tom knows you. It's your car. It's yours.
He knows Tom. Tom knows him. It's his car. It's his.
She knows Tom. Tom knows her. It's her car. It's hers.
They know Tom. Tom knows them. It's their car. It's theirs. Do you know that man?
Yes, I know him, but I can't remember his name. She was very pleased because we invited her to stay with us at our house. Where are the children? Have you seen them?
Yes, they are playing with their friends in the park. That's my pen. Can you give it to me, please? Is this your umbrella?
No, it's yours.
He didn't have an umbrella, so she gave him hers.
I'm going out with a friend of mine this evening. Help yourself. He's looking at himself.
They're enjoying themselves.
I looked at myself in the mirror.
He cut himself with a knife.
She fell off her bike, but she didn't hurt herself.
Please help yourself.
Please help yourselves.
We had a good holiday. We enjoyed ourselves.
They had a nice time. They enjoyed themselves. You never talk to me. Sometimes I talk to myself.
I didn't pay for them. They paid for themselves.
I'm sorry, did I hurt you? Be careful, don't hurt yourself. I went on holiday by myself.
Was she with friends?
No, she was by herself.
Kate and Helen are good friends. They know each other well.
Paul and I live near each other.
James and Sue looked at each other. James and Sue looked at themselves.
Kate's camera. My brother's car. The manager's office.
I stayed at my sister's house.
Have you met Mr. Black's wife?
Are you going to James's party?
Paul is a man's name. Paula is a woman's name.
Sophie's hair is longer than Kate's.
Whose umbrella is this?
It's my mother's. Where were you last night?
I was at Paul's.
My friend's house. My friend's house.
Look at the roof of that building.
We didn't see the beginning of the film.
What's the name of this village?
Do you know the cause of the problem?
You can sit in the back of the car.
Madrid is the capital of Spain.
He's got a camera.
She's waiting for a taxi.
It's a beautiful day.
Rachel works in a bank.
Can I ask a question?
I don't have a job at the moment.
There's a woman at the bus stop.
Do you want an apple or a banana?
I'm going to buy a hat and an umbrella.
There was an interesting program on TV last night.
Can I have another cup of coffee? The sun is a star.
Football is a game.
Dallas is a city in Texas.
A mouse is an animal. It's a small animal.
Joe is a very nice person. What's your job?
I'm a dentist. What does Mark do?
He's an engineer. Would you like to be a teacher?
Beethoven was a composer.
Picasso was a famous painter.
Are you a student?
A flower. Some flowers.
A train. 2 trains.
1 week. A few weeks.
A nice place. Some nice places.
This student. These students.
Do you wear glasses?
Where are the scissors? I need them.
I need a new pair of jeans.
Or,
I need some new jeans. She's a nice person.
they are nice people. A lot of people speak English.
I like the people here. They are very friendly.
The police want to talk to anybody who saw the accident.
1 bottle. 2 bottles. 3 men. 4 houses.
I've got a car.
New cars are very expensive.
There aren't many cars in the car park.
We can't get into the house without a key.
I've got some money.
There isn't much money in the box.
Money isn't everything.
I need a new car.
Would you like an apple?
I need some new shoes.
Would you like some apples?
I need some water.
Would you like some cheese?
Nicola bought a hat, some shoes and some perfume.
I read a newspaper, made some phone calls, and listened to some music.
I want something to read. I'm going to buy a paper.
I want to make a shopping list. I need some paper.
Or,
I need a piece of paper.
Can I talk to you? I need some advice.
I'm going to buy some bread.
They've got some nice furniture in their house.
Sylvia has very long hair.
Where can I get some information about hotels here?
Listen, I've just had some good news.
It's nice weather today.
Do you like your job?
Yeah, but it's hard work. I've got a new job.
Can you open a window?
Can you open the window?
I've got a car. I'm going to clean the car tomorrow.
Can I ask a question? Can you repeat the question, please?
Is there a hotel near here? We enjoyed our holiday. The hotel was very nice.
Paris is an interesting city. Paris is the capital of France.
Lisa is a student. Lisa is the youngest student in her class.
I bought a jacket and a shirt. The jacket was cheap, but the shirt was expensive. Where's Tom?
In the kitchen.
Turn off the light and close the door.
Do you live far from the centre?
I'd like to speak to the manager, please.
What is the name of this street?
Who is the best player in your team?
Can you tell me the time, please?
My office is on the first floor.
Do you live near the city centre?
Excuse me, where is the nearest bank? We live in the same street.
Are these two books different?
No, they're the same.
The sky is blue and the sun is shining.
Do you live in a town or in the country?
My brother is a soldier. He's in the army.
What do you think of the police? Do they do a good job?
Write your name at the top of the page.
My house is at the end of the street.
The table is in the middle of the room.
Do you drive on the right or on the left in your country?
Paula is learning to play the piano.
I listen to the radio a lot.
What do you use the internet for? I watch TV a lot.
What's on television tonight?
But
Can you turn off the TV?
what did you have for breakfast?
Dinner is ready.
I'm not working next week.
Did you have a holiday last summer?
She's at work.
They're going to school.
He's in bed.
Bye. I'm going to work now.
I finish work at 5 o'clock every day.
What did you learn at school today?
Some children don't like school.
Helen wants to go to university when she leaves school.
What did you study at college?
Jack had an accident. He had to go to hospital.
Why is he in prison? What did he do?
David usually goes to church on Sundays.
I'm tired. I'm going to bed. Where's Alice?
She's in bed.
I'm tired. I'm going home.
Are you going out tonight, or are you staying at home?
I never go to the theatre, but I go to the cinema a lot. Are you going to the bank?
No, to the post office. The number 5 bus goes to the airport. The number 8 goes to the city centre.
You're not well. Why don't you go to the doctor?
I have to go to the dentist tomorrow.
I like music, especially classical music.
We don't eat meat very often.
Life is not possible without water.
I hate exams.
Is there a shop near here that sells newspapers?
My favourite sports are football and skiing.
Do you think English is difficult?
Tom's brother is studying physics and chemistry.
Flowers are beautiful. I love this garden. The flowers are beautiful.
I don't like cold weather. The weather isn't very good today.
We don't eat fish very often. We had a great meal last night. The fish was excellent.
Are you interested in history? Do you know much about the history of your country?
France is a very large country.
Cairo is the capital of Egypt.
Corsica is an island in the Mediterranean.
Peru is in South America.
The Czech Republic. The United States of America. The United Kingdom.
The Netherlands. The Canary Islands. The Philippines. The Alps.
The Atlantic. The Mediterranean. The Amazon. The Nile. The Suez Canal. The Black Sea.
Kevin lives in Newton Street.
Where is Highfield Road, please?
Times Square is in New York. Kennedy Airport. Westminster Abbey. London Zoo. Victoria Station. Edinburgh Castle. Cambridge University. Harvard University.
The Regent Hotel. The National Theatre. The Science Museum. The Odeon.
The Museum of Modern Art. The University of California. The Great Wall of China. The Tower of London.
I've been to the north of Italy, but not to the south.
Do you like this picture?
These flowers are for you.
Do you like that picture?
Who are those people?
This hotel is expensive, but it's very nice.
Who's that girl?
I don't know.
Do you like these shoes? I bought them last week.
Those apples look nice. Can I have one?
This is a nice hotel, but it's very expensive.
Excuse me, is this your bag?
Oh yes, thank you.
Who's that?
Which shoes do you prefer, these or those?
I'm sorry I forgot to phone you.
That's all right. That was a really nice meal. Thank you very much. You're a teacher, aren't you?
Yes, that's right. Martin has a new job.
Really? I didn't know that. I'm going on holiday next week.
Oh, that's nice. Hi, Sarah. This is David.
Is that Sarah?
Ben, this is Chris.
Hello, Chris. Nice to meet you.
Hi.
These chocolates are good. Would you like one?
I need a pen. Do you have one?
Is there a bank near here?
Yes, there's one at the end of this street.
Which one do you want?
This one.
Which ones do you want?
The white ones. Which car is yours? This one or that one?
Which flowers do you want? These or those?
Or,
These ones or those ones?
which hotel did you stay at?
The one opposite the station. Which books are yours?
The ones on the table.
I found this key. Is it the one you lost?
I found these keys. Are they the ones you lost?
I don't like the black coat, but I like the brown one.
I don't like the red shoes, but I like the green ones.
Don't buy that camera. Buy the other.
Don't buy those apples. Buy the other ones.
This cup is dirty. Can I have a clean one?
These cups are dirty. Can we have some clean ones?
That biscuit was nice. I'm going to have another one.
My shoes are very old. I'm going to buy some new ones.
I have some money.
I don't have any money.
I'm going to buy some clothes.
I'm not going to buy any clothes.
There's some milk in the fridge.
There isn't any milk in the fridge.
We made some mistakes.
We didn't make any mistakes.
Is there any milk in the fridge?
Do you have any money?
Does he have any friends?
Do you need any help?
Would you like some coffee?
Yes, please. Can I have some soup, please?
Yes, help yourself. Can you lend me some money?
Sure. How much do you need? Do you have any money?
Would you like some coffee?
I didn't take any pictures, but Jessica took some.
You can have some coffee, but I don't want any.
I've just made some coffee. Would you like some?
Where's your luggage?
I don't have any. Are there any biscuits?
Yes, there are some in the kitchen.
She said something. She didn't say anything.
I saw somebody. I didn't see anybody.
Would you like something to eat? Are you doing anything tonight?
Somebody's at the door. Where's Sue? Has anybody seen her?
There aren't any cars in the car park. There are no cars in the car park.
How many cars are there in the car park?
None. There aren't any cars in the car park.
Tracy and Jack don't have any children.
You can have some coffee, but I don't want any.
There are no cars in the car park.
We have coffee.
It's a nice house, but there's no garden. They don't have any children.
Or,
They have no children.
there isn't any sugar in your coffee.
Or,
There's no sugar in your coffee. We have no money.
everything was okay. There were no problems.
How much money do you have?
None. Were there any problems?
No, none. How much money do you have?
None. How many people did you meet?
None.
Who did you meet?
No one.
There isn't anybody in the room. There isn't anyone in the room.
There isn't anything in the bag.
There is nobody in the room. There is no one in the room.
There is nothing in the bag.
Who is in the room?
Nobody.
Or,
No one.
what's in the bag?
Nothing. I don't know anybody here.
I'm lonely. I have nobody to talk to.
The house is empty. There is no one in it.
I can't remember anything.
She said nothing.
There's nothing to eat.
The house is empty. Nobody lives there.
Who did you speak to?
No one. Nothing happened.
What did you say?
Nothing. He doesn't know anything.
Don't tell anybody.
There is nothing to do in this town.
Somebody has broken the window.
She has got something in her mouth.
Tom lives somewhere near London. There is somebody at the door.
Is there anybody at the door?
There isn't anybody at the door.
There is nobody at the door.
Lucy said something, but I didn't understand what she said.
Are you doing anything at the weekend?
I was angry, but I didn't say anything.
What did you say?
Nothing.
Ruth's parents live somewhere in the south of England.
Did you go anywhere interesting for your holidays?
I'm staying here. I'm not going anywhere.
I don't like this town. There is nowhere to go. Did you meet anybody interesting at the party?
We always go to the same place. Let's go somewhere different.
What's that letter?
It's nothing important.
I'm hungry. I want something to eat.
Tony doesn't have anybody to talk to.
There is nowhere to go in this town.
Every house in the street is the same.
Sarah has been to every country in Europe.
Every summer we have a holiday by the sea.
She looks different every time I see her.
Every house in the street is the same.
Every country has a national flag.
Every student in the class passed the exam. All the students in the class passed the exam.
Every country has a national flag. All countries have a national flag.
It rained every day last week. It rained all day yesterday.
Ben watches TV for about 2 hours every evening. On Monday I watched TV all evening.
Everybody needs friends.
Do you have everything you need?
I lost my watch. I've looked everywhere for it.
Everybody has problems.
Children like playing. Where are the children?
Money isn't everything. I want to buy a car, but I don't have the money.
I enjoy reading books. Have you read these books?
Everybody needs friends. I often go out with my friends.
Most children like playing.
I don't want any money.
Some books are better than others.
He has no friends.
All cities have the same problems. Most of the children at this school are under 11 years old.
I don't want any of this money.
Some of these books are very old.
None of my friends live me.
Most people drive too fast.
Some birds can't fly.
All the students in our class passed the exam.
Amy has lived in London all her life.
You can have some of this cake, but not all of it.
Do you know those people?
Most of them, but not all of them.
Some of us are going out tonight. Why don't you come with us?
I have a lot of books, but I haven't read any of them.
How many of these books have you read?
None of them. Rebecca has 2 children. Both are married. Would you like tea or coffee? You can have either.
Do you want to go to the cinema or the theatre?
Neither. I want to stay at home.
Would you like tea or coffee?
Either. I don't mind.
Or,
I don't want either.
or,
Neither.
Last year I went to Paris and Rome. I liked both cities very much.
First I worked in an office and later in a shop. Neither job was very interesting.
There are 2 ways from here to the station. You can go either way.
Neither of my parents is British.
I haven't read either of these books.
I like both of those pictures.
Or,
I like both those pictures.
both of Paul's sisters are married.
Or,
Both Paul's sisters are married. Neither of Paul's sisters is married.
Paul has 2 sisters. Both of them are married.
Sue and I didn't eat anything. Neither of us was hungry.
Who are those 2 people? I don't know either of them.
A lot of money. Not much money. A lot of books. Not many books. Did you buy much food? Did you buy many books?
We don't have much luggage. We don't know many people.
How much money do you want? How many photos did you take?
Do you have any money?
I have some, but not much.
Did you take any photos?
I took some, but not many. We bought a lot of food.
We bought a lot of books.
Paula doesn't have a lot of free time.
Did they ask a lot of questions?
There is a lot of food. There is a lot of money. There is a lot of water.
There are a lot of trees. There are a lot of shops. There are a lot of people.
A lot of people speak English. Do you drink much coffee?
I don't drink much coffee.
I drink a lot of coffee.
Do you drink much coffee?
Yes, a lot.
We have many friends.
Or,
We have a lot of friends.
we don't have many friends.
Or,
We don't have a lot of friends.
do you have many friends?
Or,
Do you have a lot of friends?
Amy spoke to me, but she didn't say much.
Do you watch TV much?
No, not much. We like films, so we go to the cinema a lot.
I don't like him very much.
a little water. A few books. She didn't eat anything, but she drank a little water.
I speak a little Spanish.
Can you speak Spanish?
A little. Excuse me, I have to make a few phone calls.
We're going away for a few days.
I speak a few words of Spanish.
Are there any shops near here?
Yes, a few.
There was little food in the fridge. It was nearly empty.
Dan is very thin because he eats very little.
There were few people in the theatre. It was nearly empty.
Your English is very good. You make very few mistakes.
They have a little money, so they're not poor.
They have little money. They are very poor.
I have a few friends, so I'm not lonely.
I'm sad and I'm lonely. I have few friends.
It's a nice day today.
Laura has brown eyes.
There's a very old bridge in this village.
Do you like Italian food?
I don't speak any foreign languages.
There are some beautiful yellow flowers in the garden.
They live in a modern house.
Have you met any famous people? The weather is nice today.
These flowers are very beautiful.
Are you cold? Shall I close the window?
I'm hungry. Can I have something to eat?
The film wasn't very good. It was boring.
Please be quiet. I'm reading.
You look tired.
Yes, I feel tired.
Joe told me about his new job. It sounds very interesting.
I'm not going to eat this fish. It doesn't smell good.
He ate his dinner very quickly.
Suddenly the shelf fell down.
The train stopped suddenly.
I opened the door slowly.
Please listen carefully.
I understand you perfectly.
Sue is very quiet. Sue speaks very quietly.
Be careful. Listen carefully.
It was a bad game. Our team played badly.
I felt nervous. I waited nervously.
Sue's job is very hard. Sue works very hard.
Ben is a fast runner. Ben can run fast.
The bus was late. The bus was early. I went to bed late. I went to bed early.
Your English is very good. You speak English very well.
It was a good game. Our team played well.
How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. And you? Older, heavier, more expensive.
Rome is old, but Athens is older.
Is it cheaper to go by car or by train?
Helen wants a bigger car.
This coat is okay, but I think the other one is nicer.
Don't take the bus. It's easier to take a taxi.
How far is it to the station? A mile?
No, it's further. About 2 miles.
You must be more careful.
I don't like my job. I want to do something more interesting.
Is it more expensive to go by car or by train?
The weather wasn't very good yesterday, but it's better today.
Do you feel better today?
No, I feel worse.
Which is worse, a headache or a toothache? She's taller than him.
The Europa Hotel is more expensive than the Grand.
Athens is older than Rome.
Are oranges more expensive than bananas?
It's easier to take a taxi than to take the bus. How are you today?
Not bad. Better than yesterday.
The restaurant is more crowded than usual.
I can run faster than him.
Or,
I can run faster than he can.
you are a better singer than me.
Or,
You are a better singer than I am.
I got up earlier than her.
Or,
I got up earlier than she did.
how much did your shoes cost? £60?
No, more than that. The film was very short, less than an hour.
They have more money than they need.
You go out more than me.
Canada is much bigger than France.
Sue is a bit older than Joe. She's 25 and he's 24.
The hotel was much more expensive than I expected.
You go out much more than me.
She's old, but she's not as old as he is.
Box A isn't as big as Box B.
Rome is not as old as Athens.
The Grand Hotel isn't as expensive as the Europa.
I don't play tennis as often as you.
The weather is better than it was yesterday. It isn't as cold.
I don't have as much money as you.
I don't know as many people as you.
I don't go out as much as you.
Rome is not as old as Athens. Athens is older than Rome.
Tennis isn't as popular as football. Football is more popular than tennis.
I don't go out as much as you. You go out more than me.
She's not as old as him.
Or,
She's not as old as he is.
you don't work as hard as me.
Or,
You don't work as hard as I do.
the weather today is the same as yesterday.
My hair is the same colour as yours.
I arrived at the same time as Tom. Box A is bigger than Box B. Box A is bigger than all the other boxes. Box A is the biggest box.
The Europa Hotel is more expensive than the Grand. The Europa Hotel is more expensive than all the other hotels in the city. The Europa Hotel is the most expensive hotel in the city.
Old. The oldest. Cheap. The cheapest. Nice. The nicest.
But,
Good. The best. Bad. The worst.
easy, the easiest. Heavy, the heaviest. Pretty, the prettiest.
Careful, the most careful. Interesting, the most interesting. The church is very old. It's the oldest building in the town.
What is the longest river in the world?
Money is important, but it isn't the most important thing in life.
Excuse me, where is the nearest bank? Luke is a good player, but he isn't the best in the team.
The film was very bad. I think it's the worst film I've ever seen.
What is the most unusual thing you've ever done?
She hasn't got enough money.
He isn't tall enough.
Is there enough milk in your coffee?
Yes, thank you.
We wanted to play football, but we didn't have enough players.
Why don't you buy a car? You've got enough money.
I've got some money, but not enough to buy a car.
Would you like some more to eat?
No, thanks, I've had enough.
You're always at home. You don't go out enough.
Shall we sit outside?
No, it isn't warm enough. Can you hear the radio? Is it loud enough for you?
Don't buy that coat. It's nice, but it isn't long enough. This pullover isn't big enough for me.
I haven't got enough money for a new car.
I haven't got enough money to buy a new car.
Is your English good enough to have a conversation?
There aren't enough chairs for everybody to sit down.
His shoes are too big for him.
There is too much sugar in it.
Can you turn the radio down? It's too loud.
I can't work. I'm too tired.
I think you work too hard. I don't like the weather here. There is too much rain.
Let's go to another restaurant. There are too many people here.
Emily studies all the time. I think she studies too much.
Traffic is a problem in this town. There are too many cars. The hat is too big for him.
The music is too loud. Can you turn it down, please?
There's too much sugar in my coffee.
I don't feel very well. I ate too much.
The hat isn't big enough for him.
The music isn't loud enough. Can you turn it up, please?
There's not enough sugar in my coffee.
You're very thin. You don't eat enough.
These shoes are too big for me.
It's a small house. Too small for a large family.
I'm too tired to go out.
It's too cold to sit outside.
She speaks too fast for me to understand.
Sue bought some new shoes yesterday.
He speaks English very well.
I like Italian food very much.
Did you watch TV all evening?
Paul often wears a black hat.
We invited a lot of people to the party.
I opened the door slowly.
Why do you always make the same mistake?
I'm going to borrow some money from a friend.
We went to a party last night.
Lisa walks to work every day.
Will you be at home this evening?
I usually go to bed early.
We arrived at the airport at 7 o'clock.
They've lived in the same house for 20 years.
Joe's father has been in hospital since June.
My brother never speaks to me.
She's always late.
Do you often go to restaurants?
I sometimes eat too much. Don't forget to phone Laura.
I've already phoned her.
I've got 3 sisters. They're all married.
I always drink coffee in the morning.
Helen often goes to London.
You sometimes look unhappy.
They usually have dinner at 7 o'clock.
We rarely watch TV.
Or
We seldom watch TV.
Richard is a good footballer. He also plays tennis and volleyball.
I've got 3 sisters. They all live in London.
I am always tired.
They are never at home during the day.
It is usually very cold here in winter.
When I was a child, I was often late for school. Where's Laura?
She's still in bed.
I've got 2 brothers. They're both doctors. I will always remember you.
It doesn't often rain here.
Do you usually go to work by car?
I can never find my keys.
Have you ever been to Egypt?
Where's Laura?
She's just gone out.
My friends have all gone to the cinema.
It is still raining now.
I had a lot to eat, but I'm still hungry. Did you sell your car?
No, I've still got it. Do you still live in Barcelona?
No, I live in Madrid now.
They are still waiting for Ben. Ben hasn't come yet.
Where's Emma?
She isn't here yet. What are you doing this evening?
I don't know yet. Are you ready to go yet?
Not yet. In a minute. Have you finished with the newspaper yet?
No, I'm still reading it.
She hasn't gone yet. She's still here.
I haven't finished eating yet. I'm still eating.
What time is Joe coming?
He's already here. I'm going to tell you what happened.
That's not necessary. I already know.
Sarah isn't coming to the cinema with us. She has already seen the film.
I gave the keys to Sarah. I gave Sarah the keys.
That's my book. Give it to me.
These are Sue's keys. Can you give them to her?
Can you give these flowers to your mother?
I lent my car to a friend of mine.
Did you send the money to Kate?
We've seen these photos. You showed them to us.
Give me that book. It's mine.
Tom gave his mother some flowers.
I lent Joe some money.
How much money did you lend him?
I sent you an email. Did you get it?
Nicola showed us her holiday photos.
Can you pass me the salt, please?
I bought my mother some flowers.
I'm going to the shop. Can I get you anything?
I gave the keys to Sarah.
And
I gave Sarah the keys.
that's my book. Can you give it to me?
And
Can you give me that book?
I gave it to her.
Here are the keys. Give them to your father.
the car stopped and the driver got out.
We stayed at home and watched television.
My sister is married and lives in London.
He doesn't like her and she doesn't like him.
I bought a sandwich, but I didn't eat it.
It's a nice house, but it doesn't have a garden.
Do you want to go out or are you too tired?
I got home, had something to eat, sat down in an armchair and fell asleep.
Karen is at work, Sue has gone shopping and Chris is playing football.
It was very hot, so I opened the window.
Joe does a lot of sport, so he's very fit.
They don't like travelling, so they haven't been to many places.
I opened the window because it was very hot.
Joe can't come to the party because he's going away.
Lisa is hungry because she didn't have breakfast.
Because it was very hot, I opened the window.
It was late and I was tired, so I went to bed.
I always enjoy visiting London, but I wouldn't like to live there because it's too big.
When I went out, it was raining.
Or,
It was raining when I went out.
when you're tired, don't drive.
Or,
Don't drive when you're tired.
Helen was 25 when she got married.
Or,
When Helen got married, she was 25.
always look both ways before you cross the road.
Or,
Before you cross the road, always look both ways.
while I was waiting for the bus, it began to rain.
Or,
It began to rain while I was waiting for the bus.
he never played football again after he broke his leg.
Or,
After he broke his leg, he never played football again. Lisa will be in Mexico when Sarah is in New York.
when I get home this evening, I'm going to have a shower.
I can't talk to you now. I'll talk to you later when I have more time.
Please close the window before you go out.
Rachel is going to stay in our flat while we're away.
I'll wait here until you come back. Shall we go by bus or taxi?
If we go by bus, it will be cheaper.
We'll get there more quickly if we go by taxi.
If you don't hurry, you'll miss the train.
If you're hungry, have something to eat.
If the phone rings, can you answer it, please?
It will be cheaper if we go by bus.
You'll miss the train if you don't hurry.
I'm going to the concert if I can get a ticket.
Is it okay if I use your phone?
Are you going to the concert?
Yes, if I can get a ticket.
If you see Anne tomorrow, Can you ask her to call me?
If I'm late this evening, don't wait for me.
What shall we do if it rains?
If I don't feel well tomorrow, I'll stay at home.
Are you going out later?
Maybe. If I go out, I'll close the windows. Are you going out later?
Yes, I am. When I go out, I'll close the windows.
When I get home this evening, I'm going to have a shower.
If I'm late this evening, don't wait for me.
We're going to play tennis if it doesn't rain.
If he had the money, he would buy a fast car. If he had the money, he would buy a car.
Or,
He would buy a car if he had the money.
I don't know the answer. If I knew the answer, I'd tell you.
It's raining, so we're not going out. We'd get wet if we went out.
Jane lives in a city. She likes cities. She wouldn't be happy if she lived in the country.
If you didn't have a job, what would you do?
I'm sorry I can't help you. I'd help you if I could.
If we had a car, we could travel more.
It's not a very nice place. I wouldn't go there if I were you.
It would be nice if the weather was better.
What would Tom do if he were here?
I must go and see Helen. If I have time, I will go today. I must go and see Helen. If I had time, I would go today.
I like that jacket. I'll buy it if it isn't too expensive. I like this jacket, but it's very expensive. I'd buy it if it wasn't so expensive.
I'll help you if I can. I'd help you if I could, but I can't.
I met a woman. She can speak 6 languages. I met a woman who can speak 6 languages.
Jack was wearing a hat. It was too big for him. Jack was wearing a hat that was too big for him.
Or,
Jack was wearing a hat which was too big for him.
A thief is a person who steals things.
Do you know anybody who can play the piano?
The man who phoned didn't give his name.
The people who work in the office are very friendly.
An airplane is a machine that flies.
Emma lives in a house that is 400 years old.
The people that work in the office are very friendly.
An airplane is a machine which flies.
Emma lives in a house which is 400 years old.
Do you remember the woman who was playing the piano at the party?
the bag he is carrying is very heavy.
What is Kate going to do with the money she won?
The bag that he is carrying.
Or,
The bag he is carrying.
the money that Kate won.
Or,
The money Kate won.
Did you find the books you wanted?
The people we met were very friendly.
Everything I said was true.
The film we saw was very good. Eve is talking to a man. Do you know the man Eve is talking to?
We stayed at a hotel. The hotel we stayed at was near the station.
I told you about some books. These are the books I told you about.
The hotel where we stayed was near the station. I met a woman who can speak 6 languages.
Jack was wearing a hat that was too big for him.
I start work at 8 o'clock.
The shops close at 5:30.
Bye. I'll see you on Friday.
What do you usually do on Sundays?
The concert is on the 22nd of November.
I'm going on holiday in October.
Emma was born in 1995.
The park is beautiful in spring.
Are you going away at the weekend?
I can't sleep at night.
Where will you be at Christmas?
I'm going on holiday at the end of October.
Are you busy at the moment?
I always feel good in the morning.
Do you often go out in the evening?
I'm meeting Jackie on Monday morning.
Are you doing anything on Saturday night?
Are you going out this evening?
We go on holiday every summer. Last summer we went to Canada.
I'm leaving next Monday.
Hurry! The train leaves in 5 minutes.
Bye. I'll see you in a few days.
We lived in Japan from 2003 to 2010.
I work from Monday to Friday.
We lived in Japan from 2003 until 2010.
They're going away tomorrow. They'll be away until Friday.
I went to bed early, but I wasn't tired. I read a book until 3 o'clock.
Wait here until I come back. Wait here till I come back.
How long will you be away?
Until Monday.
When are you coming back?
On Monday. Joe is in hospital. He has been in hospital since Monday.
Sue and Dave have been married since 1998.
It has been raining since I arrived.
We lived in Japan from 2003 to 2010. We lived in Japan until 2010.
Now we live in Canada. We came to Canada in 2010. We have lived in Canada since 2010.
Joe has been in hospital for 3 days.
Gary stayed with us for 3 days.
I'm going away for a few weeks.
I'm going away for the weekend.
They've been married for 10 years.
Everybody feels nervous before exams.
I fell asleep during the film.
We were tired after our visit to the museum.
Don't forget to close the window before you go out.
I often fall asleep while I'm reading.
They went home after they did the shopping. We didn't speak during the meal.
But
We didn't speak while we were eating.
we played tennis for 2 hours.
I lived in London for a year.
I always have breakfast before going to work.
After doing the shopping, they went home.
Before eating the apple, I washed it carefully.
I started work after reading the newspaper. Where's David?
In the kitchen. In the garden. In London.
What's in that box? What's in that bag? What's in that cupboard?
Rachel works in a shop. Rachel works in a bank. Rachel works in a factory.
I went for a swim in the river. I went for a swim in the pool. I went for a swim in the sea.
Milan is in the north of Italy. Naples is in the south.
I live in a big city, but I'd like to live in the country.
There's somebody at the bus stop. There's somebody at the door.
The car is waiting at the traffic lights.
Vicky is working at her desk.
Write your name at the top of the page.
My house is at the end of the street.
There are some books on the shelf and some pictures on the wall.
There are a lot of apples on those trees.
Don't sit on the grass. It's wet.
There is a stamp on the envelope.
Who is that man on the motorbike?
Where's Kate?
She's in bed.
David's father is ill. He's in hospital.
I like to look at the stars in the sky at night.
What's the largest city in the world?
I read about the accident in the newspaper.
You look sad in this picture.
Did you come here in your car?
There's a big tree in the middle of the garden.
Will you be at home this evening?
Where's Kate?
She's at work.
Helen is studying law at university.
I'll meet you at the station, okay? Where were you yesterday?
At my sister's.
I saw Tom at the doctor's.
There weren't many people at the party.
We stayed at a nice hotel.
Or,
We stayed in a nice hotel.
did you come here on the bus?
The office is on the first floor.
I met Anna on the way to work.
Or,
I met Anna on the way home. We're going to London on Sunday. Piccadilly Circus is in London.
I want to go to Italy next year. My brother lives in Italy.
We walked from my house to the centre of town. The main shops are in the centre of town.
What time do you go to bed? I like reading in bed.
The bus is going to the airport. The bus is at the airport.
Karen didn't go to work yesterday. Sarah wasn't at work yesterday.
I went to a party last night. I met a lot of people at the party.
You must come to our house. Helen stayed at her brother's house.
I'm tired. I'm going home. I'm staying at home tonight.
Did you walk home? Dan doesn't work in an office. He works at home.
They arrived in this country last week.
What time did you arrive at the hotel?
What time did you get to the hotel?
What time did you get to Paris?
I was tired when I got home.
Or,
I was tired when I arrived home. A is next to B.
Or,
A is beside B. B is between A and C. D is in front of B. E is behind B.
A is on the left. C is on the right. B is in the middle.
A is sitting in front of B. A is sitting opposite C. C is sitting opposite A.
Our house is by the sea.
Who is that man standing by the window?
If you feel cold, why don't you sit by the fire?
The cat is under the table.
The girl is standing under a tree.
I'm wearing a jacket under my coat.
A is above the line. B is below the line.
The pictures are above the shelves. The shelves are below the pictures. Jane is going to France next week.
We walked from the hotel to the station.
A lot of English words come from Latin.
We jumped into the water.
A man came out of the house and got into a car.
Why are you looking out of the window?
I took the old batteries out of the radio.
I put new batteries in the radio.
Don't put your feet on the table.
Please take your feet off the table.
I'm going to hang some pictures on the wall.
Be careful. Don't fall off your bike.
We got on the bus in Princes Street.
We walked up the hill to the house.
Be careful, don't fall down the stairs.
The plane flew over the mountains.
I jumped over the wall into the garden.
Some people say it is unlucky to walk under a ladder.
A bird flew into the room through a window.
The old road goes through the village.
The new road goes round the village.
The bus stop is just round the corner.
I walked round the town and took some photographs.
We walked around the town.
I was walking along the road with my dog.
Let's go for a walk along the river.
The dog swam across the river.
They walked past me without speaking.
Excuse me, how do I get to the hospital?
Go along this road, past the cinema, under the bridge, and the hospital is on the left.
Jane isn't at work this week. She's on holiday.
We watched the news on TV.
We listened to the news on the radio.
I spoke to Rachel on the phone last night.
The house is on fire. Call the fire brigade.
Was the train late?
No, it was on time.
Lisa got married at 21.
A car uses more petrol at 120 kilometres an hour than at 90.
Water boils at 100 degrees Celsius.
Do you like travelling by train?
Jane usually goes to work by bike.
You can't get there by car. You have to go on foot.
Have you read any books by Charles Dickens?
Who is that painting by? Picasso?
I was bitten by a dog.
Did you stay at a hotel or with friends?
Wait for me. Please don't go without me.
Do you like your coffee with or without milk?
I cut the paper with a pair of scissors.
Do you know that man with the beard?
I'd like to have a house with a big garden.
Some people talk about their work all the time.
I don't know much about cars.
There was a programme about volcanoes on TV last night. Did you see it? Are you afraid of dogs?
Why are you angry with me? What have I done?
Are you angry about last night?
Lisa is very different from her sister.
I'm fed up with my job. I want to do something different.
The room was full of people.
Are you good at maths?
I'm not interested in sport.
Sue is married to a dentist.
It was kind of you to help us. Thank you very much.
David is very friendly. He's always very nice to me.
I'm afraid I can't help you. I'm sorry about that.
I'm sorry for not phoning you yesterday.
Or,
I'm sorry about not phoning you yesterday.
or,
I'm sorry I didn't phone you yesterday.
I feel sorry for them. They're in a very difficult situation.
I'm not very good at telling stories.
Are you fed up with doing the same thing every day?
I'm sorry for not phoning you yesterday.
Thank you for helping me.
Mark is thinking of buying a new car.
Tom left without saying goodbye.
After doing the shopping, they went home.
Don't ask me for money. I don't have any.
This house doesn't belong to me.
I can't find my phone. What's happened to it?
Listen to this music. It's great.
Did you talk to Paul about the problem?
I'd like to speak to the manager, please.
Thank you very much for your help.
He never thinks about other people.
Mark is thinking of buying a car.
Wait for me. I'm nearly ready. I have to phone my parents today. Shall I text you or email you?
He's looking at his watch.
Look at these flowers. They're beautiful.
Why are you looking at me like that?
She's lost her key. She's looking for it.
I'm looking for Sarah. Have you seen her?
When Emily is at work, a friend of hers looks after her children.
Don't lose this book. Look after it.
Do you like eating in restaurants?
Sometimes. It depends on the restaurant.
Do you want to come out with us?
It depends where you're going.
Or,
It depends on where you're going.
I waited outside the shop. I didn't go in.
Sarah opened the door of the car and got in.
I went to the window and looked out.
The car stopped and a woman got out.
The bus came and I got on.
Be careful, don't fall off.
He stood up and left the room.
I usually get up early.
We looked up at the stars in the sky.
The picture fell down.
Would you like to sit down?
Lie down on the floor.
The thief ran away.
Emma got into the car and drove away.
Tom has gone away for a few days.
Go away and don't come back.
We went out for dinner and then went back to our hotel.
Tom is away. He'll be back on Monday. The wall wasn't very high, so we climbed over.
Turn over and look at the next page.
Somebody shouted my name, so I looked round.
We went for a long walk. After an hour, we turned round and went back.
It was cold, so I put on my coat.
Or,
It was cold, so I put my coat on.
here's your coat. Put it on. I'm going to take off my shoes.
Or,
I'm going to take my shoes off.
your shoes are dirty. Take them off.
It was dark, so I turned on the light.
Or,
It was dark, so I turned the light on. I don't want to watch this program. You can turn it off.
I switched on the light and switched off the television.
Those are my keys on the floor. Can you pick them up for me?
I stopped reading and put my book down.
Or,
I stopped reading and put down my book.
you can take my umbrella, but please bring it back.
I took my new sweater back to the shop. It was too small for me.
I've got Rachel's keys. I have to give them back to her.
I read the letter and then put it back in the envelope.